So everyone that doesn't believe in Jesus is just going to hell. Like there's no point. It's like when you choose, like you're not understanding that hell is the default location. Like we're not being sent there. Like we're already on our way there. We're already on our way to hell. We have made a reservation. And if you continue to choose a life, if you choose anything outside of God, if you continue to walk in that competitor lifestyle instead of the companion, which you have the option to, if you choose a life outside of God, your eternity is outside of God. Like that is your free will. That is your choice. And ultimately, a loving God is not going to force you to spend eternity with him. He wants you there. That's why he gave you the option. So it's like, well, it's just this super polarizing thing where it's like, oh, well, if I don't believe in Jesus, I guess I'm going to hell. It's like, well, if you don't want anything to do with God, who God really is, by the way, then you're not going to have anything to do with him. Like, it's just really simple. People are like, well, I do love God. I just don't subscribe to the Christian God. Well, then you don't subscribe to God because that is who God is, not because I say so. That's not my opinion. That is the objective reality that, again, God gets to determine because he's God. Well, what about all these other people's idea of God? Idols, false. 2 Corinthians 11:14, even Satan masquerades as an angel of light. Again, that's not mean. That's not polarizing. That is just true. And the fact is, yeah, Jesus said there's two roads. There's the broad road of destruction, which is narrow and wide. And then there's which is wide. And then there's the narrow road, which not many will find. But the option's there for everybody, right? The Bible says it's not God's will that any man should perish. Like he doesn't want you to go to hell. He didn't create you for hell. He created hell for the devil and for the demons. But when we made the choice to choose back in the garden something outside of God, outside of his companionship, outside of his image and likeness, when we actually submitted to the enemy's temptation, then that was our default location too, because God is holy and good and just and all the things that we already talked about. Like he can't have anything to do with it. But he's giving you the option to have everything to do with him through the sacrifice of his son, Jesus Christ, believing on Jesus Christ. It's really simple. Like, it's really simple not to go to hell. It really is. And if you don't like the idea of hell, like, I get it. But the thing is, like, not liking the idea of something or not believing in something doesn't make it not a thing.